he being what he was, life got a little out of hand.
Interesting facts about famous people.
Terence Hill, Spaghetti Westerns. Terence Hill, born Mario Girotti in 1939, an Italian actor, film director, screenwriter and producer. Began his career as a child actor, gaining worldwide fame for roles in action and comedy films, many with his film partner and friend Bud Spencer. At the height of his popularity, Hill was among Italy's highest paid actors. His most widely viewed films include comic and standard spaghetti westerns about the Wild West. Of these, the most famous are They Call Me Trinity, 1970, Trinity Is Still My Name, 1971. The highest grossing Italian film to date is My Name Is Nobody, 1973, co-starring Henry Fonda. Hill, whose professional name was the product of a publicity stunt by producers, also went on to a successful television career in Italy. If you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Let's get into it. Doc West, 2009 TV movie. After banded still his poker winnings, this American legend makes his way to the next town in search of them, seeking out his revenge during a poker game gone bad. Doc West finds himself in the local town jail when his past is exposed and a battle amongst the town breaks out in gunfire. He'll have to choose sides. Will he take up with the outlaws or the law-abiding citizens? Made for Italian TV but shot in English in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Directors: Giulio Bass, Terence Hill. Cast: Terence Hill as Minnesota West, Claire Carey, Maria Petrullo, Alessio De Clement. Lucky Luke, 1991. Lucky Luke becomes the sheriff of Daisytown and runs out all the criminals. Then the Dalton brothers arrive and try to get the Indians to break the peace treaty and attack the town. The scene where Luke is lying next to a lion, Terence Hill stated in an interview that the lion was from Colorado. It was a wild lion, not a tame one. Pieces of meat were placed around Terence, who was told to stay very still and pretend to be asleep, so the lion would not attack him. In the end, the lion attacked the camera, then ran away towards the saloon. Terence Hill dedicated this one to his two sons, Ross, 1973 to 1990, and Kevin. Based on Daisytown, 1971, the first adaptation of the comic books by Morris, which was turned into an album in 1982. Director: Terence Hill. Cast: Terence Hill as Lucky Luke, Nancy Morgan, Roger Miller, Ron Carey. A Genius, Two Partners and a Dupe, 1975. Expert conman Joe Thanks teams up with half-breed Bill and naive Lucy to steal $300,000 from the Indian-hating Major Cabot. Their elaborate plan is full of disguises, double crosses and chases. But Joe always seems to know what he's doing. The opening scenes were directed by Sergio Leone, the last Western Leone worked on. Parts of the original camera negative were stolen, so the filmmakers had to assemble many scenes from alternate takes. The original negative has not been found. In the United States, this film bypassed theaters and was released directly to television. My Name is Nobody, 1973. Jack Beauregard, once the greatest gunslinger of the Old West, only wants to move to Europe and retire in peace. But a young gunfighter, known only as Nobody, idolizes him and wants him to see go out in a blaze of glory. He arranges for Jack to face the 150-man gang known as the Wild Bunch and earn his place in history. While walking through Boot Hill, Nobody points out to Beauregard that one of the names on the gravestone is Sam Peckinpah. That same year, Clint Eastwood, in High Plains Drifter, 1973, had a boot hill scene that included Sergio Leone's tombstone, as well as a number of others. Final western of Henry Fonda. Director, Tonino Valeri. Cast, Terence Hill as Nezuno, Henry Fonda, Gene Martin, R.G. Armstrong.
Staying here with your Indian friends for good.
Since I was a boy, I always dreamed of life.
Man of the East, 1972. By his dying father's last wish, Joe is sent to the Wild West to become a real man. The dreamy young man despises guns and fights, likes poems and prefers bicycles to horses. Now his 3 teachers, footpads all of them, shall teach him otherwise. This doesn't work, until Joe has to defend himself against gunman Morton, who's jealous of Joe's love to Rancher Olson's beautiful daughter. Unofficially regarded as the 3rd part of the trilogy, They Call Me Trinity, 1970, Trinity Is Still My Name, 1971, and this movie. Director, Enzo Barboni. Cast, Terence Hill as Sir Thomas Fitzpatrick Philip Moore, Gregory Walcott, Yanti Summer, Dominic Bartow.
Man of the East. The set of the West changed his style.
Trinity Is Still My Name, 1971. A couple of 2-bit thieving brothers try to keep a promise to their dying father, stick together and become successful outlaws. Bambino reluctantly agrees to show younger Trinity the ropes, but their gentle demeanours tend to diminish their haul by repeatedly helping the selfsame family they initially held up. Fun ensues in town, and at the local Spanish mission, where they are taken for federal agents, mistakenly also identified by Trinity's young love interest, daughter of the aforementioned family. Director, Enzo Barboni. Cast, Terence Hill as Trinity, Bud Spencer, Yanti Summer, Harry Carey Jr., Jessica Dublin. They Call Me Trinity, 1970. A drifter comes to town where his brother is sheriff. His brother is actually a robber who broke the real sheriff's leg and left him for dead, and became sheriff in order to hide out. They team up against the local land baron, who is trying to get rid of the Mormon settlers in a valley he wishes to own. Breakthrough film of Italian actors Terence Hill and Bud Spencer. The picture was their first really massive international box office hit, and made the 2 actors superstars. Terence Hill fasted for 24 hours before filming the scene where Trinity eats the skillet full of beans to be able to finish them all, and quickly. Director, Enzo Barboni. Stars, Terence Hill as Trinity, Bud Spencer, Stefan Zacharias, Dan Sturkey. Django, Prepare a Coffin, 1968. Double-crossed and pumped full of lead, courtesy of his former friend, the unscrupulous, money-loving politician David Barry. Django finds himself wandering from one dusty town to another, working as a hangman, saving doomed innocents condemned by Barry. Django has been secretly amassing a loyal army of supposedly hanged men who will help him gather evidence and take his sweet revenge on those who murdered his wife and left him for dead several years before. However, shiny gold is always a great distraction. Can the blue-eyed executioner right a wrong, Django style? Director, Ferdinando Baldi. Cast, Terence Hill as Django, Horst Frank, George Eastman, Bruna Simonato. Thank you for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate likes and subscribers. Hit the notification bell to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel. The link is in the description. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.